My work, I want to be heavy right where I'm working, so all my weight's on my shoulder. It drops into here. I'm using just the proximal part of my forearm right here, the ulnar bone. If I start to use my wrist, I'm jacking my muscles up, and that's not efficient. So I'm going to be really calm with that up here. Drop in. My back leg pushes along. My second hand is never on the table because that's a waste. It's on my client. I just come up the back, right? So I'm pushing up for that. When we get up here, and then what will happen, a lot of therapists will come off over the scap for some reason, gets kind of bony, or we'll come in here and we'll stop. I just want you to go all the way through. I want you to pull the shoulder back. I want you to drop in. I'm going to keep an angle on my shoulder so it's kind of sharp coming through here. How we doing? Great. Drop all the way to that table. And then I'm stepping forward for this, right? I'm leaning in. And I'll drop all the way in. And then I tend to take my tricep to the soft and just pull the shoulder down. Okay, so that's kind of my run. And if you try that, if you don't do that now and you try that, you're right about here, clients are like, oh, what's going on? What's good? When I get right here, if it's too much, I hide my elbow by straightening my arm, and I just go straight down and hide my elbow. Okay? It's a simple deal, but it is nice. Okay? So I can do it from standing. I like to take a knee because I get a lot better stance in this. And I'm just going to come up. I don't want to elbow his rib cage because that's not necessarily nice. But I come in here, nice deep inhale. If anything's sharp, particularly, let me know. And I get up. I hold the top of the shoulder. I've got his serratus. I'm coming up through there, coming up into that. And then I go deep into the axillary. And I'm going to push my hand as hard as I can and dig in. And come out. And come down. And I'll do that several times. This is a big spot to get clients. If you're not in their armpits, I just think you give them a big disservice, right? Lymph flow and everything. So I'm constantly working through there. I get a little higher up. So I go dig in and pull. And so that's just going to be something we want to try. Come back, dig, or come back. Right? All sorts of ways to get in there and get in, work around that. Make sense? One of the things that's super important for me is working three-dimensionally, getting under my client, working from the table up, right? Using their body weight as gravity and not using me to lift them up so much. So I'm going to sneak under here. I'm going to put my knee under his shoulder. The goal is to get the knee under the shoulder joint, not breaking the arm kind of deal. So if I just come up here and sit down and put his arm on here, that's just breaking his arm, which isn't my goal. I want to put my knee in his ear. It's metaphorical but kind of literal way. And so I have to get my butt off the table a little bit so I can get my knee in his ear. And when I set his shoulder down now, his shoulder's over my leg. If I push his tricep down and lean away, he'll follow me. Okay, so now I can get traction here and do that same run. How we doing? I can do all sorts of great trigger point work, really heavy rotator cuff work here. I like to pull back, get a little stretch. This is kind of a muscle pullback, and this part might be okay, but something that Thai workers do is they will do things but very relaxed but profound effects. So if I just decide to look at the wall behind me, go over the top, and I just do this and lean back, you should come back a lot farther, and then I'll set them back down. Here working, I can pull, I can do all sorts of stuff from here, but it's a nice leverage work. I can get really heavy here. If you use elbows and you find you're surfing that wave and you're kind of, especially if you're too emollient, I don't know how effective that is, but if you'll just take that hand and ground it somewhere, doesn't matter where you ground it, it just becomes like a giant thumb and it gets really specific and you can do whatever you want because it's grounded really well. You can put it here, right? So just instead of having it up here wobbly, that'll help you really secure your elbow work. Okay? Travis added this, which I use a lot, but he'll come out and he'll manipulate the arm and shoulder with his foot and he'll just get some different stuff. Okay, so that's something to play with. When I get out, I like to get out with a little something. So I just come backwards. It looks cattywampus, but my body handles it pretty well. I come under here. I use a lot of opposition in my work, and so I'm going to push on both sides of that arm and drag out. I drag down. That's that floppy flop stuff. So that is the basics. We may do one kind of fun thing on there if we have some time. I'm going to bring your arm back up here. And the only other thing I'll show you if you don't do it now is working on the table. Knee here, foot pretty high, pretty forward. This is the way to get all your body weight right over what you're working on. It's the most efficient thing you can do. Nice deep inhale. It's a balk. Wait a minute. My thigh is pushing that elbow, and my rib cage pushes this elbow. So I'm not doing a Pilates kind of thing I heard by myself. I'm really compact. Nice deep inhale. I bend my elbows because I don't want to be too heavy. You might want to be a little straighter. You come up. Nice cracks, thank you. And I go out and I'll kind of just crush those triceps. Doesn't matter how you get back, just kind of get back. You can make it pretty later. I'll pull the traps, sit down. Okay, so that's kind of the basics. I can do a lot of that when I'm up on the glutes in that realm. So you can play with that and have fun. So that'll be most of the prone. How does that sound for? That's some good. Is that good for everybody? Enough new stuff in there. So yeah, I think that's about it. If you need like a lot more upper back and trap, you can find something. You can walk on them. Right, Ashiatsu. Okay, if I don't have something to walk on, I might come in here. And again, it's such your flexibility and stuff, but just different ways to do things, okay? So don't get stuck in a box. Try stuff, watch YouTube videos, experiment. Your clients go, oh, that's awesome, keep doing it. They go, ouch. Okay? So that should probably cover all the prone, I think. Yeah. So let's get down and get ready to do that, and I'll go through each one individually now, but that's the whole kind of stuff I think is good for prone. Okay? Thanks, sir.